What year is it? Anyway, hi. Fucking look at me. I haven't seen this much fucking tweed since they reran the Godfather. Anyway, it's literally, you've got a literary festival. Well fucking done you. So I thought I'd write some poems and bring them over and do them. That's right, madam. I don't care for Russell Brand. Now, I'm not sure why. I'm sure he's a perfectly lovely young man, currently hanging out the back of that Katy Perry. I'm sure he's not cheating on her. Anyway, I suddenly realised that I'd never met him, and my dislike was completely irrational. And so this poem is about irrational dislike. Yeah. Here we go. It's called Carry On Crow. Driving home after work, well, not driving, but sitting, the driver drove. I idly pondered on my feet for hollow, shallow Russell. Not a rock star, but dressed like one. A half-life of smoke and mirrors. I began to fantasize, smiling on his demise. Public failure, public shame, public death. All incredibly slow. Until we passed the shiny dead crow on the hard shoulder. Head to one side, wondering no more. Ebony blue wings folded, pointlessly fluttering, hopelessly beautiful. Sightless eyes that saw through me, a petty, spiteful fool, my black heart unmasked by a crow's demise. Then I thought, I bet Russell ran it over. I met Paul McCartney, it did not go well. True story, it was a fucking disaster. So yeah, once I find the fucking thing, I'll do that, not that one. A lot of filing in poetry, that's why I stopped doing it. Seriously, too much fucking paperwork. If I want to work in an office, I'd work in a fucking office. This is called He Loves You. What happened was, right, was he was doing Late with Jules Holland, and I was doing Buzzcocks. You know, which is, please do not, it is a shitty pop quiz. Lest we forget, my friends. The shittiest. 15 years of fucking stinking up the schedules. So, okay. So he was next door and someone got me in to meet him, and this is true. It's not like it's not tragic enough without it also being fucking true. There we go. He loves you. My nerves jangled and heart strangled as I made my way towards the man who sang Hey Jude. Holding paper, grasping pen, going over lines again as I approached the knight who gave us Blackbird. He stood alone, his Hofner bass in hand, deserted by his makeshift megaband of Pirates, Purples, and Pink Floyd's The Boy from Penny Lane. As I drew near, the mop-top smiled. Before him stood the little child who sang She Loves You with his mum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My nerves increased. Sir Paul, at peace, calmed me down with a friendly, "Hey, I know you. You're off the telly." And without thinking, I replied, "And I know you, mate. You were in the fucking Beatles." It feels like yesterday. I'll barrel through this. This is another true and miserable fucking story. I went on tour with Madness. Really didn't think that one through. again, this is a true story. I do drop the C-bomb in it halfway through. Apologies in advance if you're offended by the cunt W. Carly called me up one day and in the most persuasive way invited me around the UK with the lads who sang One Better Day. I was supporting madness. My heroes, they were taking me, Brighton, Cardiff, NEC, and 2 nights in Wembley. What fun I'd have, I thought, with glee larks on the road with madness. I travelled with the band, of course. The coach had Beck and HP Sauce, and as they sound-checked Johnny the horse, a grin I did not have to force. I'd been employed by madness. To Wales, the tour, it wound its way, and Cardiff's massive CIA, the venue, on that fateful day that I with them was first to play my debut show with madness. A half an hour I had to fill, and I was second on the bill. This was an utter total thrill. I wasn't nervous, wasn't ill, I was opening for madness. 5,000 saw me take the stage from nowhere, flew into a rage. I should have had a safety cage. I felt myself begin to rage that first night out with madness. A red-faced Welshman down the front, around him punt as he did shunt. Get off the stage, you English cunt! For a comeback, I did vainly hunt, then said, bearing in mind you paid 30 quid to watch 7 English cunts, don't you feel a bit silly? That awful night with madness. My dreams were swiftly fading now, and through the act I'd vainly plough, as at each show crowds taught me how to die like a McDonald's cow, night after night with madness. In Birmingham, the NEC, the coins that I was hit by 3, which came to almost 15p, the will to live abandoned me, that endless tour with madness. My confidence was all a sham, I was the sacrificial lamb, the final straw in Birmingham. On stage they sent a stripogram, a helpful joke from madness. This woman, dressed up like a whore, bid me to get down on the floor, do press-ups. I said, are you sure? And pushed out half of 24, that hellish night with madness. That moment of humiliation in front of that dim congregation was my final degradation. I reassessed my reputation, a monkey boy for madness. I never played with them no more on that much ill-begotten tour. We lost my much-loved mother-in-law. She was barely 64. I wish I could have known her more, but I'm thankful that she never saw my awful shows with madness. But still they stay my favourite band, and they play shows across the land, and when I watch them as I stand, my heart fills up with feelings grand. I once supported madness. But if they offered me the chance to join again their nutty dance, I'd give them not a sideways glance, smile, decline, and move to France. To say yes would be madness.